Hello, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is October 25th. And on this day in 1621, it's 399 years ago, is that right? Governor Bradford, head of the colony of the American Plymouth, these are pilgrims, by the way, disallows sport on Christmas Day. There'll be no sport, I say. So like if you got a ball for Christmas under the Christmas tree, you couldn't play that. Now, thankfully, things have changed a lot, right? Because we're all looking forward to the NBA on Christmas Day. Can I get an amen? Right? Okay, hobby news and chatter. A few things to hit on. 2020 hobby highlights. I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and I was thinking about coming up with a list of, the top hobby highlights. What are some of your top hobby highlights? And for example, what to you is the most hyped card of the year? What card had the biggest rise? What card had the biggest fall? What product was the biggest, success? What's the biggest shock? And I take this from, I think, the Industry Day did a best products and stuff like that. But I'd like to hear from you. What are your best things from 2020? I'm going to put together a list and, probably put that video together in the future. World Series thriller last night. Man, did you watch that game? Wow, lead change after lead change. It was like I was watching football. It was like I was watching Pat Mahomes out there. And here's another thing I was thinking to myself. Is that Turner guy, does his car worth any money? The red-haired dude on the Dodgers? You never hear people talk about him, but he's been hitting balls for 3 of the last 4 World Series. I remember seeing that guy all the time, right? And then I'm also thinking to myself, that Randy dude on the Tampa Bay Rays, when he touches and slides on home plate at the end, does his card's value go up? I bet you there's going to be a Topps Now card for that. Okay. Last thing, grade the grader. I'm going to share with you something I thought was very interesting. I'm going to do some more research on, but it's something I came across at CSA show yesterday, so we'll talk about that as well. Today, lots of good content. 2 that'll highlight sports card investors dropping content this evening. The week that was by Northeast Ohio Sports Cards should come out, and there's normally some other weekly reviews as well. What did you miss yesterday? Hobby Hotline. We'll talk a little bit about that. Bargain Bin. This was Comeback Card Investor. He had Boris on, and they spent most of the time not talking bargain bin, but talking about retail store and opening a retail hobby store. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Hobby Life Show. This is Brody the Kid show. Great show. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. CSA Show Review. This is from Bobbles and Ball Card, which I was lucky enough to run into yesterday at the show and enjoy some time with him, his wife, and a few other people on YouTube and Facebook. Uncharted. This is from Brennan Ruby, looking at the Devin Booker cards. And then Sports Card Vendor Caught on Tape. This is a conflict kind of situation at a retail store that I'll show you. From a new content provider I just started following. Really enjoyed this, and I want to bring it to your attention because I hope you guys will check out his channel as well and give me your thoughts. So let's jump into the content. Boom. First of all, I start with this Michael Baker Authenticated MBA Diamond. All I can tell you about this real quickly, you see right here, you see these little stickers right there? See those stickers? This is I think a silver, that's a gold, and a black. So a silver is this guy saying, yep, that's a PSA 9. A gold is saying, heck yeah, that's a really, really nice SGC 10. And this black right here just saying, of all the 10s I've seen, this might be the best 10 I've seen. Is that what that means? That's basically, this is somebody grading the grader. They're putting their stickers on it. Anyway, listen to Bobbles and Ball Card talk about this a little bit later on and tell me what you think. Next up, Hobby Hotline, episode 38. Great group of guys the other day. Great conversations. Really enjoy this show. Listen, if you are in the hobby and you have any question, you should join the show on Saturday mornings. Ask questions. There's a lot of experience here, and that's why the show is designed really to help people call in and ask, I'll even say dumb questions or what they think are dumb. And there are no dumb questions. I actually started by calling Hobby Hotline very often in the beginning, and I ended up becoming a guest host on the show, and I was lucky enough to be a host there. But I still call the guys and ask them questions. When I don't know something or hear about something in the hobby, I'll ask these guys, and they nicely will answer for me. So if you're new to the hobby, I really recommend checking this out. Ask in chat, jump online, ask questions. This is a great resource. One of the top resources, in my opinion, that's probably very much underused. Next up, and I'll just say this too, Hobby Hotline is not promoting them. It's really a bunch of guys, they talk about their own channels as well, but they're really there for the community, which I really like that. Bargain Bin Live. Okay, I mentioned this in the beginning. Good conversation here. Boris talks about how the fact he's looking to get in a retail store. I was driving, so I couldn't get in the live text, but somebody, I think it was Thomas, asked him, hey, Boris, have you thought about allocations? And I think Boris kind of glossed over this. He said they'll look at that down the road. They'll talk to Peachtree. Let me just say this to people out there. Two things. Number one, I remember back in the 1990s, everybody started opening card stores. That's a warning sign when everybody's opening card stores. And I don't mean this in the wrong way, Boris, but you don't have the experience if you don't know the importance of allocations, right? So just for everybody listening, allocations, if Panini puts together 1,200 cases of a product, 100 get allocated to one guy, 100 get allocated to another one, there's 12 people get allocated 100 cases. If you open a store, you don't get in line, they don't go, oh yeah, I'm going to give you some of mine. They're not going to dilute those other 12 stores. You can get on a wait list for allocation. You see what I'm saying? You might get it. It's just my understanding. Those allocations aren't given away easily. It takes years to get that allocation through purchasing. The best thing you can do, honestly, is buy a current store with an allocation. My last thing I'll say is, look, if anybody's out there wants to do a store, do one at home first. Do it online. Do it online for a year or two. Look to buy a store that's existing with allocations. That's what I suggest. And if you're out there selling a store, let me know and give me your thoughts and comments on this. I think this is very important, guys. And Boris, I hope you're listening. I hope you look into this. Don't just go open a store because you think you had a great idea. Man, that is the path to just not a good path. Okay, on to the next one. Great show, guys. Great show. Did enjoy it. Hobby Life show with Brody the Kid. First of all, I'm going to say great production in this show. I mean, seriously, the kid has got some great energy, has great little giveaways. He has a little skit that goes on. John did a great job as a host. I mean, I'll be honest, I was impressed. I was super impressed. Like, I'm embarrassed that I'm doing my show like now like this, and this kid does his show the way he does. It's like, wow, he's good, man. He's damn good. Check him out if you haven't already. Subscribe. Okay, Bobbles and Ball Card. He does spend some time talking about the CSA show that I talked about. He talks about what I discussed earlier, this guy with Grade the Graders. These are some of the cards that he picked up at the show. And let me just say this. This guy is just a wheeler and dealer, man. Brandon, you are the man. I like the way you're just very friendly. I like the way you work some deals there. I just learned a lot, had a good time. I look forward to going to the next show with you in the future and meeting some more people. So listen to this. You'll learn a lot about the show. He talk about Grade the Grader. He'll talk about some of the deals he got, how he picked some of these deals up, and the prices I think he stole some of these for. Well, not stole, but got great deals on. Uncharted. This is a new series up by Brendan Ruby. He's going to be doing. He dives into market movers looking for Devin Booker cards. And without going on a long story, what I like about this is he shows you all the Devin Booker varieties that are out there, why he thinks Devin Booker is a good buy still now. He shows the rise and fall, rise and dip, recovery, correction, whatever you want to call it. But some great tips. He talks about using CMOC, COMC. He talks about using eBay. I actually mentioned in the chat you should check out Star Stock, but there's not a lot of Devin Booker cards on Star Stock right now. Anyway, great video. Check it out. And like I said, it's very detailed, which I like. Lastly, okay. New content provider picked up Cash and Culture. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Great channel, man. I've only watched this video. I'm going to go back and watch part 2 and 1. I did scan part 1 where you have the video where you're showing it. Anyway, short story, he has a recording of him trying to get some product at a Walmart, and the Walmart MJ Holding guy basically is not putting the product on the market thing. He's kind of taking out the back door. Check it out, and then I like the fact he's on here on Twitter having this conversation with this other guy, this DJ something. I think DJ might be a distributor, but there's definitely a problem, and I do think bringing a flashlight to this is important. We need to tighten down the retail. Look, I'm all for retail, but they should have a system to get it out. I'm not saying you cap it. I don't care if you cap it or not, but it should make it to the shelf. Okay, get it to the shelf. Once it's on the shelf and how you manage it, that's fine. That's up to you in the store or whatever. But let's get it to the shelf. MJ Holding, Excel, all these other guys. Okay, that is a lot to cover tonight. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy football. Enjoy the Sunday. Stay safe. Stay healthy. See you back tomorrow on Sports Cards Daily. Boom.